So have the knees bent and just take some time to settle in your right. Center the head, have the nose lined up with the navel. The arms a little away from the body with the palms facing uppermost. And having that sense of dropping into the back of the body. And feeling that support underneath you as you take some time to settle. And we'll take 3 sighing breaths. So we take the breath in through the nostrils and we breathe out through the mouth. So it's a real in through the nostrils, out through the mouth. One final round. Releasing any charge that may have built up in through the nostrils, out through the mouth. Hey. Good. And as you allow everything to settle, just become conscious of the breath. Just begin to notice where you notice the breath. Maybe in the nostrils, maybe the chest, maybe in the belly. And allow this breath to anchor you. So it's very powerful to be conscious of the breath. Awareness of our breath connects us to the way we move, the way we think, the way we feel. So the way we breathe can reflect and enhance the way we feel. So when the breath is slow and steady, then the mind too will be slow and steady. So be conscious of your breathing. As you breathe in, you have this lovely, lovely energy, nourishing energy. And as you breathe out, there's a sense of release. Releasing all the stuff that you no longer need, just breathing it out. Just letting it go. And as you invite the breath down into the belly, inviting in ease and presence. So that as we slow the breath down, we begin to have a sense of an inner softening and inner fluidity. And the belly gently rises and falls with the breath. And as we slow everything down, we maybe can deepen the breath. Just deepens quite naturally. So as you breathe in, invite the breath into the belly and then begin to move it up the body, up to the mid-chest and up to the collarbones. And then breathing out, collarbones, mid-chest, and return it to the belly. So the breath begins in the belly, moves up the body to the collarbones, and then breathing out down through the front of the body and returning the breath back to the belly. And there's no strain in the breath. We've been considering that how we take the breath into about 80% of our capacity, so that we work with effort but no strain. The Ujjayi control at the throat, where we breathe into the throat, that ocean sound, can slow the breath even further and bring us more into this sense of ease and presence. So this energy, as we breathe in, this prana, this life force, and as we breathe out, this sense of release as the breath travels back down to the belly. Couple more rounds in this way. So have a sense of ease and presence as you breathe. And after your next exhale, pause the breath out. And then we're going to include the arms. So the same mode of breathing, but this time including the arms, and a pause at the end of the inhale and a pause at the end of the exhale. So the arms start down beside you with the palms facing in towards you. As you breathe into the belly, you begin to raise the arms up. Take them back overhead as the breath moves up into the collarbones, and pause the breath in here. And then when the out breath arrives, you return the arms back down beside you, and you pause the breath out. And you're feeling it. You're noticing how it feels to move the arms in this way. We're noticing how the body responds to the breath. And we're beginning to build on that energy. Let's take one more round in this way. Pause. And then again, to build on that energy, we'll repeat that and include the bridge. So we give to the feet, toes are nice and relaxed, use the ground. As you inhale from the belly, raise the hips, raise the arms, raise the chest. As the arms go all the way back, pause the breath here. And then as you breathe out, return the spine down beside you. And when you reach the breath at the tailbone, pause the breath out. So we inhale up into the bridge, drawing energy into the body, beginning to wake up the back body. And then as you breathe out, rolling down through the spine, pause the breath out. 2 more rounds in this way. Stay with the breath, move with the breath. And when you've completed that out breath, pause. Maybe now the body's a little bit more alive. Maybe the mind is a little bit more focused. As we take both arms back overhead, interlace the fingers, turn the palms away from you. Extend one leg long, opposite leg long. Point the toes towards you, point the toes away from you. Nice long out breaths here. Hey, out through the mouth. Ooh. Beginning to create some space in the body for the breath. Working into the joints, the ankles, elbows. Hey. And then keeping the hands interlaced, return them back in front of the chest. And unplug both shoulder blades as you raise the hands up and open the mouth nice and wide. And release the arms down beside you and relax the jaw and relax the body. Now when we work with the breath, we're releasing from the muscles. And when the muscles are tight, they're shorter. So this next sequence is a very simple sequence where we'll work with the breath, and we'll do it all together. So the arms are down beside you and the palms are facing downwards. Inhale, bring the right knee towards you. Keep the hands where they are. Exhale, bring the head up towards the knee. Inhale, lower the head. And exhale, release the leg. Relax the neck, roll the head from side to side. Center, inhale, left knee comes in. Exhale, head to knee, slide the hands forward. Lower the head as you breathe in and release the leg as you breathe out. Roll the head to ease out the neck. 2 more rounds in this way. Using the breath. Exhale. If the neck complains, you can always leave the head on the mat. When you've completed your 3 rounds or chosen amount of rounds, turn the palms uppermost. And again, just roll the head gently from side to side to ease out the neck. And then center the head. Return the breath back into the belly. Bring the right knee in towards you. Do a bit of work on the hips now. Just gently encourage the right knee towards you on an out breath. Shoulders are relaxed. And then we're going to circle that right knee, placing the hands on the right knee, right hand, left hand on top of the right hand. And then begin to make small circular movements into that right knee. And of course you can release the hands to get a little bit more movement. Maybe the hands come either side of the knee. Opening up that hip joint. And then the other way. And then when you center, pause. Keeping hold of the right knee, just bring the left heel up a couple of inches up from the mat. Without tightening the shoulders, flex both feet. Extend the left heel away. So creating space between the left heel and the right heel. And then lower the left leg down. Plant the right foot down for single leg raising with the left leg. On an inhalation, raise the left leg up and pause and exhale, extend into the heel as you lower the leg down. So inhale, give to the right foot, give to the hands, and exhale to lower. Pause at the end of the inhale. Pause at the end of the exhale. Make this movement your final movement on that side. And then move into a twist by placing the right foot on the left leg. Use the left hand to just slowly encourage that right knee over to the left side. Breathing into any places or spaces that may feel tight. Take the breath into them. Breathe out, long out breaths. Hey. Do one more breath here. And then return. Give that right knee a hug. And release the leg long. And shake the legs out. And just pause in Shavasana. Drop into the back body. Return the breath to the belly. Inhale deeply into the belly and exhale completely. Inhale deeply and exhale completely. A lovely new fresh energy coming in. So creating a bit more space for that energy, we'll bring the left knee in. So with the hands on the knee, one palm on top of the other, you begin to make those small circles. Tendency is to make the circles large quite quickly, but we're just noticing how it feels in this hip. And then gradually beginning to increase the size of the circle. Maybe the knee comes across the body. And then the other way. And then when you return the knee back towards you, pause there. And flex that left foot, flex the right foot, and just lift the right leg a couple of inches up from the mat, extending that right heel away from you to create some length through the back of the right leg. And then lower the leg and lower the left foot down, single leg raising on the right leg. When the inhalation arrives, root down through the left foot, raise the right leg up, and exhale. The heel down and away. And the breath arrives, so the breath leading the movement. And you're feeling it. Down through the right side. One more lift in this way. And then moving into the twist, placing the left foot on the right leg and use the right hand to guide the left knee over to the side. And maybe the left ear drops down, breathing into the belly and breathing out from the belly. Okay. And then when you've taken your next out breath, come back into the center, give that left knee a hug and extend the left leg long, shake the legs out and just allow the feet to flop out to the sides as you return the breath back into the belly. And inhaling deeply and exhaling completely. That sense of ease and presence. And allowing the breath to be fluid throughout the body. And then draw the right knee in towards you, hold it with the right hand, and the left knee comes in to meet it, holding it with the left hand. And just pause here, encourage the knees towards the armpits, root down into that back body. And then take the hands through the center and just hold the lower legs. And allow the weight of the arms to, again, just encourage that opening, that widening. The back of the waist drops down. There. And again, the breath moves from the belly up to the collarbones, and from collarbones back down to the belly. And there's a softening, and an opening here. There. Breathing into any places that may feel tight or restrictive. Just allowing a little bit more space in those places. Let's take one more breath in this way. And then take the hands to the outside of the knees and bring the knees in towards the chest. And as you breathe in, take both arms back, raise both legs up, pause here, and then exhale out through the mouth. Inhale, extend and open, lengthen, and exhale. Good. One more round. Inhale, extend, lengthen, heels a little bit higher on the toes, and then and just pause here in Uttanasana with the knees in towards the chest. And just soften. Feel the release through the lower back. Good. And then from here we're coming into our spinal twist, but with the feet nice and wide in this version. So the feet come to the outside edges of the mat and the arms come out to shoulder level. So you inhale into the belly. As you exhale, drop the knees to one side. Pause there. The left hip will lift. Inhale, center. And exhale to the opposite side. The right hip lifts up as you drop to the left. And just continue to work in this way. Notice how it feels into the knees. Feel the length through the belly. Head opposite direction to the knees. Directing, encouraging that knee down towards the ground. And when you've taken the knees to the left side, bring them back into the center. And this time bring the feet together and the knees together. Inhale, exhale, knees to one side, head opposite direction, center. And then exhale over to the opposite side and center. Again, that out breath invites that sense of release. Let's take one more round in this way. And when you've completed your round, turn to your semi-supine position. Return the arms down beside you and just pause there. Again, be conscious of the breath in the nostrils or the belly. With that sense of anchoring to the present moment. A sense of ease and presence. Yeah. Now we're going to come into 3 versions of the bridge posture. And I'll talk you through it. And we'll have 3 breaths in each of these positions. So we start with the arms down beside us. We inhale, come up into the bridge. And we take 3 breaths. Each inhalation, lifting the hips a little higher. And each exhalation, creating a little bit more length through the front body. 3 breaths, engage the back body. When you've completed your 3 breaths, return the spine down to the ground. Pause there. Second version is with the arms out to shoulder level. Inhale, come up into the bridge. Hold that lift for 3 breaths. When you've completed your 3 breaths, roll the spine down onto the ground. Final version with the arms back overhead, palms facing up towards the ceiling, so the backs of the hands are in contact with the mat. Root down through the feet, inhale, come up, and again take 3 breaths. Chest and chin kind of naturally come together now. Strong back body. And when you've completed your 3 breaths, rolling that spine down and return to Apanasana. Bring the knees in towards the chest and circle the ankles. Waking up the feet, both directions. And then drop the feet down. Just pause there. And take some breaths. Good. And then either rolling up or rolling onto your side to come up. Good. Coming up into our easy boat, so rooting down through our sitting bones. Bring the right leg up, left leg up. Weave those muscles into the lower belly. Soft gaze towards the toes. So the toes in line with the eyes. Drop the shoulder blades down, the back body. Good. Creating strength and stamina in the belly. Good. Take one more breath here. And then drop the feet down and just allow the arms to come over the legs. And return the breath into the belly. Feel that you're opening up the upper body now. Having strengthened it, we're now opening it. Okay. And then from here, swing the legs round into Vajrasana, sitting back on your heels. But come towards the front of your mats. Use props if you need to. And place the hands on the thighs with the palms facing uppermost. Just pause here. And then bring the hands down. Keep the right knee where it is. And take the left leg back. And have the toes flat. Maybe coming up onto fingertips. And then from the tailbone, begin to slowly turn the gaze over the right shoulder. And modify the hands if you need to. Okay. And then center. Plant the hands down now. Tuck the back toes under. Lift the back knee. Again, extend that heel towards the wall behind you to create some length through that left leg. And then gaze down between the hands to create some length through the back of the neck. Okay. So the left heel moves away, planting down through the hands, back of the neck nice and open. And then from here, move into downward dog. So root down through the hands, right knee comes up, and into your downward dog. Hang out in your downward dog. Hey, long out breath, navel just naturally draws up towards the spine, head between the arms. And then return to your knees and bring the left knee through. Tuck the back toes under, so you walk the right leg back, right toes face down, maybe coming up onto fingertips. And then from here, begin to turn to gaze over the left shoulder, very slowly. And then center. And then tuck the back toes under and plant the hands down. If you're working more strong, you come down onto your forearms And you just gaze between the hands. Chin comes in towards the chest. Back of the neck nice and long. Good. And then from here again we transition into downward dog. So walk the hands back towards you. Tuck the back toes under. Come up into your downward dog. Head between the arms and just ease into your downward dog. Hey. Soften one knee, extend the opposite leg long. Good. And then drop down onto your knees. And come into long arm child pose. Relax the hands, relax the arms, forehead down. And take some breaths. Okay. And then from here, coming up onto all fours for your cow-cat posture. Spread the fingers. Toenails again facing the ground. Inhale, drop the belly. Collarbones forward. Pause the breath here. Exhale to round. Long out breath. And think about your pauses at the end of the inhale and the pause at the end of the exhale. Again, notice any places and spaces that may feel tight, may feel restricted. The more you give to the hands, the more space you create through the back body. One more round in this way. And when you've completed your out breath, again just drop the hips back towards the heels. Send the knees a little wide and bring the forehead down and take the weight off the hands. Just drop the belly through the center. Turn the head to one side. Just ease the outside edge of the ear down. And then inhale center. And exhale to the opposite side. Easing out the neck. Okay. Then come back onto all fours. Do a little bit of work on the shoulders. So taking the hands nice and wide, wider than your mat, and the gaze is slightly forward. And as you press into your right hand, drop your left shoulder down towards the ground. The right elbow bends, and then center, and then the left elbow bends, and the right shoulder drops down and center. Exhale down. And inhale up. Exhale down. And inhale up. Once more in this way. Exhale down. Up. And exhale down. And up. Come back onto all fours. Pause in your tabletop posture. A little bit of work in the upper back. Bring the right arm across the chest. And slowly creep the left fingers forward so the breastbone comes down towards that right arm. The left elbow is lifted and you're gazing at that left hand as you encourage the breastbone down towards the right arm. Good. You're feeling that curve, the thighs are upright. And then slowly to the center and change arms. Bring the left arm across. Right hand forward, lift the right elbow. Come up onto the fingers of the right hand, tulip hand. not, the hand can be flat. But again, just encourage, the thighs are upright, encourage the breastbone down towards the hand. Good. And then back into the center. Return onto your tabletop. Again, just ease out the spine. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cow. And then from here, we're going to thread that needle where we root down through the left hand. The right arm comes up, and then we take the right hand underneath the left arm, soften the left elbow, and the right ear comes down as the left elbow softens. The back of the right hand is in contact with the ground, and again we reach those left fingers forward to the crown of the head. So the left elbow comes up, back of the right hand is rooted down, and we create that work in between the shoulder blades. Good. The more the left elbow comes up, the more the left shoulder blade moves in towards the spine. Take one more breath here. And then return that left hand, plant it down. Use the left hand to raise the head. Again, cat-cow posture, just easing out the spine. And the other side, root down through the right hand, left arm comes up. And take the left arm under the right, so the left ear comes down, soften the right elbow. Palm of the left hand faces uppermost. Walk the fingers of the right hand to the crown of the head, lifting the right elbow. Head's in contact with the ground, so it's fully supported. Good. And just take your awareness into that space between the shoulder blades. Good. Take the breath there. One more breath here. And then center. Back onto all fours. Again, ease that out with your cat and your cow posture. And then drop the hips back, take the weight off the hands, send the knees wide, and again, take some resting breaths here. Shoulders very soft, elbows very soft. So having closed the back body, we're now going to open it. So coming onto all fours, take the right leg back, tuck the right toes under. Encourage that right heel down towards the ground. And then we take that right leg behind the left, keeping the contact between the ball of the foot and the ground. Root down through the left hand. Slowly the right hand comes onto the hip. And then you begin to turn, the collarbones come through, and you raise the right arm up. So you're using the ball of the right foot, you're using the palm of the left hand, and you have this lovely sense of opening as the arm comes up. Good. Yeah, lovely. Open. And then slowly lower that arm down. Return the right knee. And then the left side, take the left leg back, tuck the left toes under. Just gently ease out the back of the knee. Soft forward gaze. And then slide that left leg beyond the right leg, keeping that all of that left foot in contact, left hand onto the hip. Encourage the collarbones through, root down through the right hand. And maybe the left arm comes up if that feels steady. Rooting down through the back foot. Gaze into that back hand. Good. Opening. Sense of opening. And then bring the hand back onto the hip. And then back to the ground. Return the left knee. Take a cat movement here. Inhale. Exhale. And then into your downward dog. Tuck the toes under. Come up into your downward dog. And hang out in your downward dog. There. Navel draws up towards the spine in your dog. And then drop down onto your knees. Again, return to long arm child. Send the knees wide. Take the weight off the hands. And take some breaths. Good. From here, we're coming into cat dog vinyasa. So, and there's two versions today. So you can either work with the first version, which is the more gentle version. So you see how we go. So onto all fours. Inhale, drop the belly down. Collarbones nice and wide. Exhale, tuck the toes into downward dog. Drop down onto your knees. Drop the belly. Exhale back all the way down. So one more round in this way. Working with your breath. Inhale, pause. Exhale into your downward dog. To your knees. So you may just choose to continue with that version. Three-legged dog for those taking it further. Tuck the toes, come up, raise one leg. Drop down, knees, belly, and back. Three-legged dog to the opposite side. And then for those taking it further still, either continue with what we've just been doing, you can leave out the three-legged dog, come into your downward dog, come into your plank, and from your plank, just come into your hanging cobra, toes tucked under, nice strong arms, really root down through the arms, and then the belly takes you back into your downward dog. One more round in this way, plank, through, drop the belly, crown of the head moves uppermost, and then the belly takes you back into your downward dog. And then from your downward dog, slowly begin to walk the hands and the feet together. Into a standing forward bend. And just pause here in your standing forward bend. Keep breathing. Breathe into the belly, breathe out from the belly. And then slowly soften the knees. Let the arms hang out from the shoulder girdle and come up to stand. And stand in Tadasana. Close the eyes down and return the breath into the belly. And as you breathe out, allow the shoulders to drop down, away from the ears. Release any gripping in the muscles. Trust the bones as you stand. Good. And then our side bend. So take the feet a little wider. Raise the arms up. Hold the right wrist with the left hand. And just gently encourage that right arm across the body. That quality of opening down the right side. Root down through the feet. Okay. Breathing out. As we breathe out, the muscles lengthen, strengthen. The center and the other side, gently ease that arm across. And maybe notice and feel that space inside the ribs. from the ground upwards. And then center and release the arms down beside you. And step the feet together and shake the hands out. So the hands are like the antenna of the body. They pick up on motions and frequencies. So it's always good to really give them a good shake out. And then the heels of the hands move away from you. Hey, keep breathing out. And then the backs of the hands move away. Any stuckness, any tightness. And then interlace the hands at the bottom of the back. As you breathe in, draw the shoulder blades in towards the spine as you raise the arms up and exhale. And twice more in this way. Inhale up and exhale. And one more time. Inhale, lift, open the chest and exhale. Good. Again, shake the hands up. And then raise the arms up, interlace the fingers, turn the palms up towards the ceiling. Just pause there. Encouraging the arms back overhead. Feel that lift from the belly. Feel that strength from the belly down. Good. Take one more breath here. And then release the hands. And again, stand in Tadasana. You come to your front of your mats. Bring the hands by heart. Stand in Vinyasa. Tune into the breath. Inhale up. Tilt the head to the hands. Exhale, forward bend all the way down. Breathing out, releasing, emptying. Inhale halfway. Looking forward, flat back, out through the mat. Soft knees. Inhale, arms bring you up, all the way up. Arms together. And exhale, hands return to the heart, where the in-breath meets the out-breath. And again, deep inhale. Deep exhale. Halfway. Out through the mouth. Soft knees. All the way up, all the way up. And return to the heart. Drop the head towards the hands. Breath again leads the movement. Take one more round in this way. From the ground upwards, arms out to the side to bring you up, and the hands return to the heart and the head drops down towards the hands. Tune into the breath. Tune into that pulse of life that vibrates through you. And then we're going to take the left leg back. So same vinyasa with a lunge on the left side. So we inhale up. Pause, exhale. halfway, out through the mouth. Slowly the left leg emerges back. Looking forward. And then drop that left knee down. Release the toes. Raise up onto the right knee. Looking forward. Right knee forward. Pause it there. And raise the arms. Lift the thumbs. Take the arms back. Lift and open the chest. Good. Take one more breath here. Frame the front foot as you release the hands. Tuck the back toes under, up into warrior one. So back flat foot turns out slightly from the ground upwards. Inhale up into warrior one. Raise the arms. Front knees bent. Again interlock the thumbs so that you lift and open the chest. And from here, bring the hands back to the heart as you return the back foot to meet the front foot. Now stand. Right side. Empty now. Half breath. Out through the mouth. Right leg back. Drop the hips, lift and open the chest. Drop the back knee, release the toes. Rise up onto the left knee. Drop the tailbone down. Soft gaze. Back toes can be tucked under if that feels more comfortable. Hips forward. And raise the arms. Link the thumbs if you're working more strong, or you can keep the arms on the hips. Frame the front foot. Tuck the back toes under to come up into warrior one. Flat back foot, turned out slightly. Inhale, come up, warrior one. Link the thumbs. Lift and open the chest. Good. Bring the hands to the heart. And then just turn to your open side. Have the feet facing forward. And release the hands down beside you and close the eyes down. Return the breath to the belly. Strong legs. Okay. Into warrior two. So turn the right foot out 90 degrees, the left heel back into warrior two. Raise the arms. Front knee bent. Soft empty gaze at the nail of the middle finger. Breathing into the belly and breathing out from the belly. Into Parsvakonasana. So this front arm comes down onto the thigh. The back hand comes up the back body over the ear. Drop the top hip into Parsvakonasana. Good. Windmill that top arm down. Square the feet to the front and stand. And tune into the breath. So creating strength and stamina in the standing postures. And when we need more strength, to the left side now, deepen the breath. So it's all about the breath. The limit is often in the mind, not in the body. And we are much more than our body. We have a body, but we're not just our body. Good. And from here, Parsvakonasana, forearm comes down onto the thigh, back hand comes up, over the head, drop the top hip. Good. from here, windmill that front arm down and come into your nice wide angle forward bend. And just pause there. Pause in that wide angle forward bend. Feel the legs nice and strong. And then creep the hands around to your front foot, so the front of your mat. Swivel the feet forward into a flank stretch. Front knee can be soft if it needs to be. And then from here into your downward dog. And from your downward dog, nice long out breaths into your plank. Working the whole body in your plank. Draw the lower ribs in towards you. And then slowly soften the elbows and come down onto your front. Turn the head to one side. Have the toenails facing the ground. And take some breaths. Okay, so we're going to work with different versions of the Sphinx this morning. So bring the right arm forward and the left arm forward. And bring the palms together and the feet together, if that feels okay. And if it doesn't feel okay in the lower back, then keep the feet apart. And just gently press into the hands. And as you press into the hands, allow the crown of the head to move up as the shoulder blades move down the back body. Okay. And then from here, bring the right arm across you, just as we did with our quarter dog, and reach the left fingers forward. Lift the left elbow. Gaze at the front hand. And then from here, slowly turn to look over that left shoulder from the tailbone. Begin to work from the tailbone, moving up into the upper back. Looking back towards the foot behind you. And then center. And then change over arms. Bring the left arm across, right hand forward. Lift that right elbow. Maybe coming up onto the fingertips. Toenails facing the ground. Crown of the head moving up. And then again, slowly turn to look over that right shoulder. Feel that working into the lower back. Good. And then return to the center. And then bring that right arm towards you, come into Sphinx posture. Pause here in your Sphinx posture. Use the out breath to create that backward bend, dropping the shoulder blades down, collarbones nice and wide. And for some of us this will be enough, but if you're taking it further, you're just gently lifting the elbows to come up into Cobra Bhujangasana. And then from here, slowly roll the body down. Release the arms down beside you. Turn the head in the opposite direction and wiggle the hips from side to side to ease out that lower back. And then relax the whole of the back, surface of the body. Okay. And then from here, bring the hands underneath the shoulders to bring you up into child pose. If the head doesn't come all the way down, then place something underneath the head so it's fully supported. Feel all of that lovely energy you've just created move around the body. Okay. And then slowly come up to sit. So prepare for your pranayama practice, your breathing practice. Make sure you're nice and comfortable. Have everything you need for your relaxation. And if you're sitting with your legs crossed, maybe come into Sukhasana, where one heel comes in towards the groin, and then the other heel lines up with that heel. And if you're sitting on a block, which would be helpful and preferable, or a blanket, then this allows the knees to drop out to the sides. So this is an easy pose. It just allows a little bit more length through the legs. But I would sit on a block here. Okay. On the edge of a block or a blanket, just to lift the hips and gives a little bit more support to the spine. That feels okay. Now we're going to work with 9 clearing breaths, and I'll talk you through it. But part of that is a little bit of like a Kapalabhati. It's a passive inhale and a brisk exhale. So to start with, we'll just become familiar with that. So we breathe in through the nose, and then we brisk out breath. So we take the breath into the belly and then out from the belly. And we feel this movement of the diaphragm as we breathe. And again, this creates this lovely energy, this flow of energy through the body. And then find your rhythm, just find a rhythm, just a few more breaths. Yeah. And then pause. And take a slow breath in. Hold the breath in momentarily and then breathe out. Good. So we take the hands for alternate nostril breath. So the right hand comes up. And we're just going to work with the left nostril. The index finger, middle finger sit at the brow, closing the right nostril with the thumb. Inhale for a count of 5 up to the brow center, and exhale for a count of 5. And 5 breaths through that left nostril. 5 seconds in and 5 seconds out. Here's a rough guide. From the belly up as you breathe in, from the chest down as you breathe out. Up to 5 rounds. When you've completed your 5 rounds through the left nostril, close the left nostril with the ring finger and take 5 breaths, 5 seconds in and 5 seconds out through the right nostril. When you've completed your rounds through the right nostril, close the right nostril and open the left. Inhale slowly through the left nostril. Exhale slowly. Inhale slowly. Exhale brisk. 3 times. Inhale slowly. Exhale brisk. Inhale slow. And then the right side. Inhale slowly through the right nostril. Exhale slowly. Inhale slowly. Exhale brisk. 3 times through the right nostril. When you've completed your 3 rounds, release the hands down into your lap, and then through both nostrils. Inhale slowly. Exhale slowly. Inhale slowly. Exhale brisk. Inhale slowly. Exhale brisk. Inhale slowly. Exhale brisk. And then inhale and hold the breath in for about between 5 and 10 seconds. And then when you breathe out, exhale slowly and hold the breath out for between 5 and 10 seconds. And then finish with 3 slow, full Ujjayi breaths. Tongue sits on the roof of the mouth. You take the breath into the throat and out from the throat. And this short but potent practice awakens the main energy centers. And then when you're ready and in your own time, slowly lie down. Make sure that you're nice and comfortable. And we'll finish with an autogenic relaxation sequence. And in this sequence, every direction given, repeated quietly to yourself in the space allowed. I'm beginning to feel calm and quiet, and you would repeat that to yourself. I'm beginning to feel comfortable and quiet. I'm beginning to feel quite relaxed. My left foot is heavy. My right foot is heavy. Both feet are heavy. My left ankle is heavy. My right ankle is heavy. Both ankles are heavy. My left calf is heavy. My right calf is heavy. Both calves are heavy. My left knee is heavy. My right knee is heavy. Both knees are heavy. My left thigh is heavy. My right thigh is heavy. Both thighs are heavy. My left hip is heavy. My right hip is heavy. Both hips are heavy. My whole left leg is heavy. My whole right leg is heavy. Both legs are heavy. My left hand is heavy. My right hand is heavy. Both hands are heavy. My left arm is heavy. My right arm is heavy. Both arms are heavy. My left shoulder is heavy. My right shoulder is heavy. Both shoulders are heavy. My whole left arm is heavy. My whole right arm is heavy. The whole of both of my arms are heavy. My neck is heavy. My jaws are heavy. My forehead is heavy. The whole of my face, head and neck is heavy. My whole body is heavy. My breathing is getting deeper and deeper. My mind is still. My mind is quiet. My mind is easy. I am at ease, peaceful and at ease. So beginning now to start to return back into this room and starting to wriggle fingers and toes. And gradually reawakening the physical body. And maybe turning over onto one side and take some breaths on one side. And in your own time, coming up to sit, nice and slowly. Namaste.